Ladies and gentlemen, fellow foodies, prep cooks, chef de parties, and connoisseurs of all things delicious, welcome to the Olympics of Fine Dining. Today we're tackling a question hotter than a freshly flambéed crepe Suzette. Which country reigns supreme in Michelin stars? And let's be real, France has been sitting on the culinary throne for decades. But why? Grab your forks, loosen your belts, and let's dig into this Michelin star-studded feast of knowledge. Before we get into the juicy rankings, let's talk Michelin stars. As we know from the last video about China's Michelin rise, it's the Oscars of the culinary world. But if you feel like I do, then you know it's just a way to set the bar, keeping accountability and keep chefs on their A-game. Personally, I would like a 3 Michelin star dining experience without the stuffiness and white tablecloths. Let's make that into another video, but for now, who's at the top and who's the underdog? Alright, let's get the numbers. Here's a quickfire ranking of the top countries dominating the Michelin star game. France has a whopping 600 plus Michelin stars. They're definitely the top dog. Japan comes in with 400 plus stars. Sushi supremacy, no doubt. Italy with 380 plus stars. Pasta paradise. Germany, 320 plus stars. Oh, the beer and bratwurst brilliance. Spain, 270 plus stars. The tapas titans. USA, 220 plus stars. Burger bosses? Maybe not, but they try. UK, China, Switzerland, all battling to rise to the top. But hold on. What's the deal with France? Why do they keep flexing their Michelin muscles like a culinary Thanos? Well, let's take a bite into history. If there's one country that breathes, sleeps, and dreams about food, it's France. This isn't just a country, it's a gastronomic wonderland where cheese has more varieties than Netflix has bad movies. The birthplace of fine dining. Fine dining as we know it? Yes sir. It was born in France. French chefs literally invented the restaurant as we know it today. Thanks, Escoffier. Back in the 18th century, after the French Revolution, yeah, the one with the guillotines, chefs who used to cook for aristocrats found themselves unemployed. So what did they do? They started feeding the public. Boom! Restaurants were born. Merci, guillotines. Culinary schools that shape legends. Ever heard of Le Cordon Bleu? It's basically the Harvard of cooking, except with way more butter and wine. French culinary schools produce some of the world's top chefs, and their training is so rigorous that by the time they're done, they can dice an onion faster than you can say bon appetit. Don't underestimate solely working your way up the ranks though. There's a lane for that as well to become a chef's chef. French food equals art. From pastry perfectionists crafting croissants with more layers than your ex's excuses, to sauces so complex they make Shakespeare's work look basic, French cuisine is art on a plate, and Michelin inspectors eat that up. Don't leave a fork on the floor for too long. If you're looking for the holy grail of fine dining, France is it. Here are some Michelin star meccas that food lovers need to visit. Paris, the Michelin capital of the world. From the master of vegetables, Alain Ducasse, and his temples of gastronomy, to hole-in-the-wall bistros with duck confit that'll make you cry happy tears. Lyon, known as the stomach of France. This city birthed the legendary icon Paul Bocuse and remains a powerhouse for traditional French cooking and the co-founder of the world's culinary Olympics, the Bocuse d'Or, which just passed and won by French chef Paul Marcon, marking a significant victory for France in 2025. We actually have a video explaining everything you'd ever want to know about the Bocuse d'Or Culinary Olympics. Bordeaux. Wine, and more wine. And did I mention wine? Perfectly paired with world-class food. It's basically Disneyland for your taste buds, but with fewer screaming kids and way more foie gras. Picture this, you're strolling down charming cobblestone streets, baguette in one hand and an espresso in the other. Every cafe smells like butter and magic. Bordeaux isn't just a city, it's a 5-star, full-sensory food coma waiting to happen. And honestly, you should book a flight yesterday. Provence. Think lavender fields, sun-drenched vineyards, and rustic countryside bistros where food is as fresh as the air. This place isn't just a region, it's a Michelin-starred picnic waiting to happen. Imagine sipping rosé so crisp it feels like a summer vacation for your soul. It smells like a mix of rosemary, thyme, and the mild regret of tourists who didn't wear enough sunscreen. And let's talk about the bouillabaisse, a seafood stew so rich and flavorful that it'll make you question why you ever settled for canned soup. Whether you're devouring truffle-infused everything, ratatouille that tastes like a Pixar masterpiece, or olive oil so good you'd bathe in it if society allowed, Provence is a food lover's fever dream, wrapped up in a sun-drenched postcard. Now, while Chef Paul Macron and France still hold the crown, Japan and Chef Yoshihiro Murata are coming in hot with its mind-blowing sushi mastery. Chef Enrico Bartolini and Italy's truffle-covered pastas are giving them a run for their money. And Spain's molecular gastronomy, thanks to El Bulli restaurant and Ferran Adria's food science on steroids, could one of these countries take over in the future? Only time and Michelin inspectors will tell. Of course, let's not forget about Germany. You thought it was just sausages and sauerkraut, huh? Think again, because Germany is on a culinary comeback of epic proportions, and it's about to steal the top spot as the world's next best food destination. You know, all those comforting, stick-to-your-ribs classics like schnitzel, currywurst, and that other mystery food, dumplings. But now, now Germany is stepping up to the plate like a culinary superhero with a cape made of Michelin stars. In recent years, German chefs have been on a mission to transform traditional dishes, elevating them with some serious finesse. They're swapping out heavy sauces for delicate broths, adding molecular gastronomy for the wow factor, and brace yourselves, making vegetables actually exciting. Like, really exciting. No more boiled cabbage in sight. The trick? The secret ingredient? Innovation, baby! Sure, it's still about the rich, hearty flavors that Germany is famous for, but now they've got a whole lot of finesse, precision, and dare I say it, art on the plate. It's like they took the sausages, added a sprig of rosemary, and sent them to a Michelin-starred spa for a day of pampering. And it's not just about fancy plating. Oh no, the entire country is embracing the local, sustainable, farm-to-table movement with a vengeance. Germany's new food wave is rooted in its agricultural heritage, focusing on local ingredients and seasonal produce. Forget about the mass-produced stuff, this is the real deal. Organic, artisanal, and the kind of food that makes your soul do a happy dance. Germany's not just about taking traditional dishes and slapping on a fancy garnish. No. They've got culinary wizards in places like Berlin, Munich, and Hamburg, creating dishes that blur the lines between art and food. Ever seen a dish so beautifully plated you didn't want to eat it? Well, get ready for your mind to be blown by things like Black Forest cake, reimagined as a deconstructed masterpiece that'll make your Instagram followers actually jealous. The country's culinary hotspots are now filled with those coveted stars, and as more chefs experiment and break boundaries, we're seeing an influx of international attention. Germany's food scene is no longer the underdog. It's the dark horse in the race for the world's best food destination. Let's end our trip in Spain. Spain, with 270 plus stars. Spoiler alert, Spain is not just about paella and sangria. Oh no, it's a whole delicious adventure waiting to happen. This is a country where the meal is sacred. I mean, we're talking about meals that could take hours, and yes, that's hours of absolute joy. Spain has perfected the art of long, leisurely lunches where tapas are just the beginning. Why rush when you can sit back and feast like royalty? From Valencia, the birthplace of this iconic dish, to the shores of the Mediterranean, every region has its own version of this rice masterpiece. Trust me, once you've had it made the right way, you'll never look at a frozen paella the same again. Now, let's get real about tapas. If you think tapas is just a small plate, you are so wrong. Tapas is a lifestyle. It's a way of life. It's social, it's communal, it's eating in small, perfect bites while engaging in the most important activity of all, chatting with friends. In Spain, tapas isn't a snack, it's an experience. From crispy croquettes to sizzling gambas al ajillo, that's garlic shrimp for you non-Spanish speakers, tapas is the kind of food that makes you want to stay in the moment. And the best part? You can hop from one bar to another like a food ninja, tasting everything from tortilla española, that's Spanish omelet to the uninitiated, to pan con tomate, bread with tomato, olive oil, and garlic. Every bite is a little burst of sunshine, and let's be honest, we could all use a little more sunshine in our lives. So there you have it, the world of Michelin star dining explained. France still sits at the top, but with food evolving faster than ever, who knows what the future holds. Until then, keep eating, keep exploring, and remember, life's too short for bad food. Bon appetit! Like and subscribe for more mouth-watering content.